Parents listening out there, and grandparents for that matter, if you've got a pen and paper handy, you might want to even write this down. There's a new best-selling video game called Mass Effect. It's made for the Microsoft Xbox 360 console. I believe that's brand new, isn't it?
Yeah, somehow I'm getting the sense by mass you don't mean like a Catholic mass.
I'm not. I don't think it's the same. No.
A nice.
Well, you buy your kids these video consoles, whether it's the Xbox or whether it's Wii or whatever. Any kind of these. What you really have to watch is the games that they're playing on these things. Well, this one in particular, it's called Mass Effect. It's made for Microsoft Xbox 360. What it allows the characters to do, if they always have rewards for beating the game or getting to a certain level or whatever. It allows the characters to engage in explicitly graphic sexual intercourse. You may not know as a parent sometimes what you're getting these kids. Some game experts and pro-family analysts see Mass Effect is marketed basically to young kids. The companies making and marketing the game they're saying they should be prosecuted. I'm saying there needs to be some sort of warning label on there that tells them. Well,
they've got it marked M. I'm looking at it right now.
Mature.
It's M for mature on it. The problem you get into with this is even if you bought your kid one and you monitor very closely what you buy them and they play on it, you can go rent these things. You can get the cool guy, some
go to
cool
somebody's
guy
house,
to go rent it, and that's the other one. You have
You're
no
at a friend's
control.
House.
You may not even know why little Johnny continues to want to go over to that nice, Brewster kid's house and everything, and his mom's so nice and all of that. Turns out he's got a copy of this. They're playing it. You have no idea. You envision him, even if he mentions he's on the video game, and they're playing Xbox, you envision him playing Tiger Woods, PGA or something.
Or some car racing game and that sort of thing. And they're not nearly as innocent as what they used to be. It's part of the story. This character that you choose can become romantically involved with a woman if you're playing as a male, or you can become involved with a man if you're playing as a woman. You get involved with this alien that looks and talks like a woman for any playthrough. This storyline culminates in a cutscene in which the characters copulate in full digital nudity.
And it's getting, if you haven't seen some of the clarity that they're getting onto with Xbox 360 now.
When you say full digital nudity, you're talking.
This isn't like the old Mario Brothers and everything. The three-dimensional effect that they're getting and the near reality is mind-boggling.
Mass Effect has sold, by the way, 1.6 million copies since its release in November of 2007. So this is a brand new game. The game scored Best RPG in the 2007 Spike TV Video Game Awards. That just pushed it even further in terms of popularity. It has been, by the way, nominated for the Game of the Year. Mike, you played this game?
Actually, I have twice.
Okay, tell me about it.
It's exactly what it is you're saying. However, not exactly the way it's portrayed.
Did you get lucky?
I did.
Uh-huh.
Yes. But it's no more than you would see on Fox.
What? What do you mean?
No more. They don't actually, when they say whatever you're reading there, when they say full, it's not full. It's like their backs.
So you see not frontal nudity.
No, you don't. I mean, you don't even see like a
so
side
are you
shot.
Okay? So that tell me that you're not saying to me that makes it okay.
No, I'm actually saying that what you're reading isn't entirely true. And
right.
when I bought this game at Walmart, I was carded. I'm 28 years old, and I got carded.
Well, it's Walmart,
all right,
too.
Mike. Mike,
Walmart's pretty responsible.
According to this story that I have, because I'm not a big, video game. I don't even own one. But according to this story, you can actually have full sex with, a male if you're a female player, or a female if you're a male player. So you can actually have sex on screen?
Well, it's not the way they make it sound. It's a role play game, which means you go through. Sorry, I'm at work, so there's a lot of noise. But
that's okay.
You go through a story. You're trying to save the galaxy from robotic aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Is the whole story. Mm-hmm. And if you pick a guy character, you can go with a girl or a girl with a guy. But
don't tell me you can pick a guy if you're a guy and a girl if you're a girl too. Can you?
If you can, I hadn't seen that part, but I wouldn't want to anyway. Because the whole thing is that you make a series of choices. You decide to be a good guy or a bad guy kind of way. Like a.
But either way,
John McClane or an Nancy boy.
So either way, you're rewarded with sex at the end.
You don't have to be. That's just it. You make these choices. You can just tell them, hey, this is
show me, but Mike,
it's not proper.
Show me a 13-year-old who's going to say, no, I'm going to opt out of the sex part.
Yeah.
I mean, which is why their parents shouldn't have bought it for them, because at most places now, you have to, even if you went to GameStop and things like that, for the most part, you're going to get carded.
Yeah, the real problem is on online ordering, where
if you buy it online,
a lot of times all they're doing is saying, if you got access to a credit card number and you just say, yes, I am over 21, which is their disclaimer to make sure they're not in trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what it breaks down to is the parents need to be responsible with their kids. If they know what they're playing, they'll know of this already. They'll know, they should have, I know a lot of people that play video games constantly that are my age.
Yeah.
And if it's anything, 13 or above, their kids don't see the light of day.
Mike, do you think that this is appropriate even for adults to be able to?
It's an adult game. It's no more than you or me or anybody else going to see a rated R movie. It's a
little different in the sense that I'm able to, because you know good and well, if you've played these games a lot, you know that you become so embroiled in your character that's the really neat part about gamers, is they get so embroiled with their character that becomes so infatuating with them, and at the end it's a little bit different than watching it on screen or having actually chosen to engage in sex with someone else or a character in the game. That's a little bit different to me.
Well, it's like any other addiction that people can have. People drink alcohol all the time, but only a certain amount of them go so far that they actually lose reality.
Let me ask you this.
Same with video games.
Is this one of these that you can play other people around the country or around the world via the net?
It's single player only.
Okay, so you're not at the point where you could actually be having virtual sex with somebody else that's in Japan.
And honestly, you play through the whole game. The clip you're talking about takes about 5 seconds.
Okay, now you're
apparently they were in a hurry.
You're saying you're 28 and such, and I'm sure you wouldn't do this, but do you concede the possibility that if there's somebody that's like, the 21 cool older brother of a 13-year-old kid
that
who
may
then
say like, "Hey, dude, you want to see this?"
Hey, dude, and then suddenly you're a parent and they go visit, and cool brother's letting you play with his copy. Do you see that happening?
Yeah, and that's of course that's been happening since the dawn of time of Playboy, I think. So it doesn't make it right. I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination, but it's going to happen. And
I don't think we can
even
stop
even parents that are paying attention can't pay attention that closely.
I don't think we can
when
stop
the stupid older brother comes.
I don't think we can stop it. I think what Gwen's doing by bringing this up is hoping to warn parents. Hey,
warn them.
Playboys out there. Here's something else you got to watch for.
Well, yeah, and honestly, to any parents out there listening, just keep an eye on your kids when they're buying games. Look at those game ratings. They have it. If you don't know it, there's just like the movie rating system, they have a website for it. Go look at it, see what it means, see what content can be inside games, the different ratings, and just anything, be informed.
By the way, I don't know how it plays out as far as age-wise. Is that the same as like in movies, Mike? If it has an M for mature, what age do you have to be?
For mature is like 17 and above. Then there's like a PG-13 rating. There's G ratings for games like Teen Titans and
so much like the movies.
Bands. Right.
Hey, I want to ask you one thing too, though, because the only time I ever played anything close to this was SimCity, and then The Sims briefly. When the kids had that, and I kind of checked it out and everything. But there was talk that, there's people that can go out there and sort of hack into the code and create add-ons and whatever. And I had heard that they were actually looking at doing it to where you could simulate sex or whatever. Are you aware? Did that ever happen? Or with
games
The Sims?
in games like The Sims?
Yeah.
Those are computer games and stuff, and yes, there's ways to do that. But on something like an Xbox 360, a PlayStation 3, or a Wii, those are hard-coded, and there's really no way to modify the game whatsoever.
Thanks for the call and thanks for the advice. Appreciate it. And stay away from those silly games. You need to stop it. You're 28 years old.
All right.
Stop it right now.